everyone, welcome back to This Old Kitchen. Today we are going to be starting our fall recipes off. I am probably just like everybody else where once fall hits and the cooler weather starts, you get your crock pot going, you get your stews going, you get all that fun stuff going. Today I am going to be making my husband's favorite, which is chicken pot pie. Um, I'm making it the way he wants it, of course, as usual, as opposed to a different recipe that I wanted to try that I will try. But let's get started. All right, so we're going to start this chicken pot pie off. We are going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. And I did add a little bit of olive oil in here just because I like the taste of olive oil and I like what it does to the gravy once you start making your roux. I'm going to amend this recipe and add about a 1/4 cup of chopped shallots. And then we are adding in our 1/2 cup of white or yellow onion. And I did cheat on this recipe. I did buy frozen carrot and pea vegetables. And if you do get frozen vegetables, just know that you're going to have a little bit of runoff as far as liquid just because they are frozen. So if you use fresh ones, you're not going to have as much liquid as you'll see that I have. Now, I didn't strain this liquid out once I was sauteing all of my vegetables together. I kept it in there because I need to use that to make a roux. We're going to add in a 1/4 cup of flour. Get that all combined, cook that flour down. Make sure that you do get that floury taste out of there. You want to thicken this up and get it really incorporated and cooked. This is a super quick recipe. It does go by fast, so having all of your ingredients right there on hand is key. Next, we're going to add in a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of thyme, or if you have fresh thyme, you can definitely use that. It does change the taste and gives it that fresh taste of thyme in your food. And then also you're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of cracked black pepper and get that all incorporated. Then you're going to add in, once that flour is cooked down, you're going to add in about 1.5 cups of chicken broth and then about a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Now, if you like a looser, more gravy based chicken pot pie like my husband does, you'll see later on that once this is all cooked down and I add my chicken in, it is definitely a meatier type filling. So I do add a little bit extra chicken broth and heavy cream. And you can just mix that in. It doesn't need to cook down or anything like that because obviously it's already cooked. All right, I added in about 2.5 to 3 cups of shredded chicken. Now you can use any kind of shredded chicken. You can use rotisserie, you can use baked chicken, however you want. I did roast my chicken, so I'm starting our chicken broth, and I've got that in the crock pot right now. So you're going to add those in, and then you're going to go ahead and make sure that you're tasting as you're going. If you notice, I switched my steps around from what my video was showing. You can do it either way as long as you get those ingredients in there. And then you're going to get your chicken, your pie shell. Now, again, notice I don't have a glass pie pan because I break them all the time. So I'm just using a cake pan here. I'm going to line mine with my pie crust. This one I do not need to pre-bake because we've already got this hot mixture that's going to be going into the filling that's going to be going into the pie crust. Now, you do want to make sure that you let your filling cool before you put it in your pie crust, and then you're going to bake it at 425 for about 20 25 minutes, depending on how dark you like it. Um, and then make sure that you let that cool because that filling will be super hot once you cut into it. And here you go. It's taken me about 30 minutes to do this. Super easy, super fast, and super delicious. Again, thank you to John at the Preppy Kitchen for this amazing recipe, and I hope you guys try it.